Now let's get into how do we prevent ourselves from being miserable, for one, or how do you get out of being miserable? Mm-hmm. So let's do the preventative measures first, because for the people who are actually already miserable, I'm not gonna say it's too late for you, but you're already miserable.
Yeah.
I'm a preventative person.
Yeah.
I like to take steps to not have to get there.
Yeah.
So I'm all about telling you how to avoid getting there. Now, once you get there, that's a whole different story. Exactly. So how do you prevent yourself from being miserable?
I feel like an easy way to prevent yourself from being miserable is, it sounds way easier than what it is, but focusing on the positive. Because if you already down in everything that goes on, you are going to automatically be miserable by default, because you're already just downing everything that's going on around you and stuff like that. So just being positive about everything, like, coming into doing whatever you have. We were just talking about this earlier, like doing everything that you do, like, to the best of your ability. Like, because if you're doing everything that you do to the best of your ability, you can prevent being miserable, because you giving it all you got. Whatever thing that you're doing, you're giving it all that you have. And I feel like too, another way to stop being miserable is stop comparing. Like, once you stop comparing what you got going on versus somebody else, things will be way easier, because it's just like, okay, if I don't know your full story, but I'm judging off of what I can see and stuff. But at the same time too, if I probably just seen the whole story, I probably I wouldn't be mad at my situation. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like those are very easy. That's a way to not be miserable or prevent it.
To piggyback on what you said about thinking positive, when we think about the Bible, Philippians 4:8, I'm just going to give to the nitty-gritty. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But it tells you, fix your thoughts on whatever is true, honorable and right, and pure and lovely and admirable. So it pretty much tells you, think on things that are good and positive. And a lot of people, particularly Christians, can be very pessimistic. And like, I can't just be thinking positive. That's living in la-la land. That's unrealistic. The Bible just told you to think on whatever is good. It didn't tell you to think on nothing that's bad. Yeah. But realistically, sometimes you can be in some situations to where it is so bad, it's on your mind a lot. Oh, yeah. And in situations like that, you just have to keep pushing it out of your mind. Because once you're in a bad situation, you need to think about what would get you out of that situation.
Exactly.
Like, hey, let's say I went through a divorce, I lost everything. Okay, what do you need? I need a house, I need a car, I need this, then the third. Okay, now how do we get those things? Because you had it one time before. How do we get it again? Let's go through a list of things of how we get it. Now, will it happen overnight? Absolutely not. While you moving back in with your mama now, and you sitting here thinking about how bad it is, yes, every day you come home, you probably thinking about, this is terrible, I'm here. Yeah. For one, you got to make the best of that situation. Two, you know what you need to do to get out of it. Yeah. You got to take your time and work through it. And it's easier to not be miserable when you know you're working your way out of something, as opposed to when you're just sitting there thinking about how bad it is and making yourself more miserable by thinking about how bad it is. Yeah. So to what you said, yes, the thinking about what's positive and not comparing yourself. The internet sucks. I hate the internet to an extent, but I'm also addicted to it a little bit, which is why I'm trying to pull away from my phone a lot, But the internet has you, it's designed to make you want things. Yeah. Because it's supposed to make you buy stuff.
It's just a big advertisement.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Yep.
Like, literally everything that you see on the internet is advertising something. Like, Instagram is just the biggest advertisement of them all. Like, we go on Instagram, hey, I'm having this over here. Hey, you need this. It's all advertisements. It's all an advertisement scheme. Yep. So that's why I feel like even being on Instagram, you just got to be careful, because, my daddy always say, like, you got to see for your money and stuff like that. Your money blind and stuff. So you can't just be spending it like that if you ain't got it like that, when it come down to stuff like that. So.
One thing I would say too about that, I don't shop on social media. Because I'm a very compartmentalized person. Certain things serve certain purposes. Social media is for entertainment. Amazon is for shopping. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah.
I never mesh the two, no matter how much they try to. I don't buy stuff off Facebook. I gotta quit hitting this painting because I'm so scared it's gonna fall on my head. Amazon is for shopping. I don't shop on Facebook because that's not shopping.
Yeah.
Instagram's for pictures.
But I feel like that's how it's so. That's how another way how it's so addicting because you can shop on Instagram. You can look for things that you want and find it on Instagram because you got people styling it. So it's just like it's super easy to just get addicted to like that.
Yep. Very true. But social media is lying to you.
Yeah.
You look at people. I got the best life ever. Don't believe it. I do not believe it. I don't care. A lot of these women who doing good, I think most of them are prostitutes. I don't care. I'm sorry. Call me a hater. I don't care. I think most of y'all are prostitutes because there's no reason. If we can't see where your money coming from.
Yeah.
If we can't see where your money coming from.
But they don't want to show them working a 9 to 5.
I clock in every day. You can see where my money's coming from. Any woman who you like, girl, where you get that money from? You ain't selling that many lashes. They not that popular. No, you a prostitute. A prostitute is what she said. You a prostitute. I don't care. Call it what you want. Y'all prostitutes, that's fine. It's just one girl who Kaylin follow. I know she a sugar baby. I was like, Kaylin, she ain't doing that type of, she do this. No, she's a sugar baby. I don't care what she says. She go to another country. She's a prostitute. She is a prostitute. Okay.
They not gonna like this.
That's the truth. She's selling it. But yes, you don't know how people get what they get.
Yeah.
And then also, it's a lot of nepotism involved in people having lots of things. They got rich parents.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Emma Chamberlain, she was a real popular. You remember her? Yeah, girl used to look real sleepy until she decided she wanted to be beautiful now. Yeah. Some girls just got grown into being cute. But come find out she had a rich daddy. You know, and people are like, how they get so popular? These are rich people who have access to things. If you don't have access to it, don't get upset. Don't get sad. You just got to work harder. And then once you get it, share the resources.
Exactly. Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
And the crazy part, they teach us this in as babies, and we don't bring it into our adult life at all.
We have got to talk at some point about how being an adult is literally just unlearning all the good habits they taught us as kids. You think about DARE when they would tell you, don't do drugs, it's bad. And then fast forward, do drugs, it's fine.
And it ain't even, and it's not even, and they don't even teach you that till you get, like, you don't even learn, they don't teach you how to unlearn that when you get out of school. Like, as soon as you hit, like, high school, do it. Do the drugs. Like, sell them.
They gonna unlearn them for you.
Man.
We gonna show you how to undo that DARE program.
Exactly.
What did DARE stand for?
Oh, man.
I ain't gonna try because I was about to say domestic something, but I know it ain't no domestic nothing. These are really expensive drugs. I can't think of what DARE stands for. Drug and Resource Education? Maybe? I don't know. But anyway, yes. We got all those subjects.
Yeah.
Ways to be miserable. We ain't forgot our main points. You need to stop being miserable. Think positive.
Yeah.
And stop comparing yourself to other people.
Yeah. And pray.
Yeah.
Very, very, well, and it's just like, this goes over really all of the other things that we even said, like, having a relationship with God and just being able to pray and praying and have somebody to talk to about your situations and stuff like that is another way to stay unmiserable. Because having somebody to talk to.
Unmiserable?
Oh, yeah. That's not a word at all. Having somebody to talk to about your problems is like one of the most, like it don't fix everything, but for that moment, it just make you feel like, okay, like I still got my problems, but at least I told somebody and they able to kind of like, hear me and like, we could pray about it and stuff like that. So praying and then having somebody else to talk to about it and stuff like that.
The right people to talk to about it.
Exactly.
Because for one, you don't want to talk to somebody who can't relate at all.
Yeah.
Because either they're gonna minimize like, oh, just do this, or they're gonna treat you like you're stupid and they don't understand at all, which is gonna make you more miserable because now you're out here alone.
Yeah.
But to I guess to add to what you said, praying, having someone to talk to, and being grateful. Talk about I gotta have an attitude of gratitude. When you thank God for what you have already, even if it ain't much, it still changes your perspective because you realize you don't have nothing.
Yeah.
You just don't have what you wish you had.
Yeah.
And even if you're at a point where you go, well, I'm homeless now. Well, you got breath in your lungs.
That's true.
You're living, you're moving. You have an ability to get yourself out of that situation.
Yeah.
Whether you feel that way or not, it's true.
Yeah.
You know, you can get out of that situation. How long it takes, we don't know. How it happens, we don't know. But there is an opportunity to get out of it. Because I look at, like, one of my favorite speakers is Eric Thomas. And he used to be homeless. He always talk about, I used to be homeless, I used to be eating out of trash cans. Now he makes millions of dollars a year. You know, so everybody ain't him, but you could make tens of thousands of dollars a year.
Yeah.
I mean,
You can do something.
you could do something.
Yeah.
And you could gradually move up, you know.
Exactly.
So that's kind of where you want to be. You always want to give yourself hope.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have hope, you're not gonna have nothing to strive for. You're not gonna have no reason to believe that you can grow. Hope really gives you a push. It gives you a belief that things will get better. Hope is very important.
Yeah.
I've heard some speakers say stuff like, I don't want no hope. You gotta have hope. You know, you gotta have hope.
I was gonna say hope is literally like, I feel like the only thing that keeps people going.
It is.
That's literally it.
Yep. And it's not unrealistic because when you make it happen, it ain't hope no more. Now it happens.
Exactly. It's reality.
Yep. So there's that. But, okay, so we talked about how to not be miserable. Now let's talk about how to help people who are miserable. Now I will speak from the experience of somebody who used to be very miserable before I got saved. And it's at the early stages of me being saved, because you don't get saved and it just immediately happens. I used to be very miserable. One thing you have to understand is you choose whether you're miserable or not. You may think it's your circumstances, but it's really you.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody could be going through exactly what you're going through and be going through it differently.
That's true.
Some people think you ain't going through nothing because you ain't affected by it like they are.
Or you too young.
Yep. Or specifically, you're not showing that you're affected by it like they are.
Yeah.
Everybody deals with stuff differently.
Yeah.
You know, I would say I was taking this medication that gave me depression and anxiety. Now that's a combination.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I kind of understood what it was like to have depression and anxiety. But nobody really knew I was dealing with that because I ain't tell everybody and go, hey, I'm dealing with it. Because I'm like, all right, it's a way I got to get through this.
Yeah.
It ain't by taking it out on everybody. And also, I was so depressed I couldn't really take it out on nobody. I didn't want to do nothing.
Yeah.
I just want to lay here and do nothing. But you would never think I went through that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not behaving a certain way or acting a certain way. But it's because you make up in your mind how you want, whether you want to be miserable or not.
That's true.
You know, so I would say you got to realize it's you. The way you go through things makes you miserable.
Yeah.
The worst thing you could do is go through a bad situation and make it worse with your bad attitude. I got a friend like that. You could be going through something rough and she gonna make it worse by making negative comments about it, adding to your anger. Ooh, they just cut you off in traffic. Ooh.
Oh my God. Oh my.
Ooh, they just drove out in front of you.
Dang, you just got fun like that. You can get out of the car. You didn't drive.
They just disrespected you. They don't care nothing about you. They just don't even think, you know. They just fired you straight up. Just didn't know. Ooh, that's rough.
What?
But you got to be able to go through stuff without making it worse.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it's bad. You know it's bad. Just try to make the best of it.
Yeah.
What that looks like, I don't know. You have to ask God about that. Because each situation requires something different.
It does.
You got something?
Not really. I mean, I feel like you didn't really covered up for real.
Okay, to move to a different part of being consolable. Now that we understand it's you and how you perceive things, the worst thing you could also do is convince yourself that you're the only person going through this and no one else can relate.
Oh my God. For one, that is the most selfish thing that you can do in the middle of that situation, because not only do you try to convince yourself that, but when you do that, you make things way worse. You make things way worse on yourself and everybody else around you because now nobody can tell you nothing.
Yep.
And you cut everybody off from you, just act like, no, you don't understand.
Yes.
No, they do understand. You're not the only one. You think that God was just like, you know what, you're so special. I'm gonna give you this problem that nobody else has been through. Like, and at first, you know, and I ain't gonna lie, I used to be kind of like, I used to think like that in a way, like, no, y'all just don't understand. Like, and then, you know, having people like my dad tell me, like, you know, there ain't nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, that's true. It might not look like that in that situation, but in your situation, it's the same thing.
Yep.
So, like, oh my gosh, please don't do that.
And having that mentality, for one, is you being, like you said, selfish,
Yes.
arrogant, thinking you're God's strongest soldier. So he gave you, but you're not strong because you're breaking down right now. Like, let's stop that narrative. You are not one of God's strongest soldiers getting into the toughest battle because you're breaking down right now. The strong soldiers ain't breaking down. I hate that. I hate that. Wait. You acting like you're special.
Yeah.
We just said, and no one goes through that. But you're also making it so no one can help you.
Exactly.
And that's back to our first point. You're doing this to yourself now.
Yep.
Because if you went through, and I keep using the divorce example because that's kind of just a common thing. If you went through a divorce and it destroyed your life, someone else who went through a divorce and said, it destroyed my life too, but I blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
And you go, it ain't the same with you. You don't want your life to be no better. It's you.
Exactly.
It's you. It's you.
Exactly.
It ain't the same. Everybody be trying to say I've been through it too. Because they've been through it too.
Once you start making excuses, you automatically handicap yourself right there.
Yep.
You cut yourself right at the niggas. Like, that's it. If you start making excuses for your situation, you stop all possibilities to grow.
Yep.
From right there and on.
Yep.
Until you stop making excuses, then that's when you'll grow.
Yep. And another thing you could do is, on top of, what did I just say? Acting like you're inconsolable. Oh my gosh, what was the point I had and I'm losing? Dang it, I lost it.
Oh, man.
Dang it, I'm trying to remember too much. Acting inconsolable. Not allowing people to console you. Oh, I got it. Yes. Thank you, Lord. When you put your happiness in someone else's hand and you can't stop being miserable because this person did this to you, you take all the power from yourself and give it to the other person that did you wrong or the situation. And then that goes back to the point of it's your fault because you gave your power and your ability to grow away. I absolutely hate, and I'm saying this just from a perspective of a woman, when he hurt me and now they don't say this, but it's what happened. I say stuff to bear what it really is. I'm not going to do the stuff we say.
Okay.
He hurt me, and now I'm for the streets. I'm gonna go give myself to whoever will take me, and it's because of him. It's because of him. No, it's not. Because you know what? Somebody else got hurt, and didn't give themselves to the streets. You chose to do that, and here's the stupid part about that. How do we fix this if it's because he broke you? Now he got to come back and fix you in order for you to stop giving yourself to the streets. But the streets already got you. So he got less of a woman. When you take your ability to grow away from you, I can't do this because you did this to me. Well, they can't undo it.
Exactly. Because at that point, like, what, like you said, like, what now?
I'm gonna take my cheat back. I'm sorry. Like, you can't undo it.
Oh, wait, here you go. I'm gonna take them back by giving it to everybody. What sense does that make?
It could even be something like, my teacher called me stupid when I keep saying 12. I don't know why 12 is age keep popping in my head. Let's do another. My teacher called me stupid when I was 7, and ever since then I thought I was 7. I thought I was stupid. When I was 32, I was still thinking I was 7. Ever since then, I thought I was stupid. How old are you? 7? But my teacher called me stupid at 7. Ever since then, I thought I was stupid. Now, that is a traumatic thing to hear at 7.
Yeah.
That can change the way you grow. Once you become an adult, though, hey, I'm not a child no more. I'm not stupid. My teacher was probably stupid. 'Cause once you grow up, you realize everybody who said they smart ain't.
Yep. Well, sure not.
My teacher was probably stupid.
Yeah.
and they just taking it out on me, which is wrong. You can't put that power. Well, I'm always gonna feel like I'm stupid because my teacher called me stupid. Well, now your teacher ain't gonna come back and apologize. No. They probably don't even remember that.
Exactly.
That was 20 years ago.
Probably don't even remember you.
You know people they call stupid since. Okay. Okay, our camera overheated. We back. But yeah, don't give the power to other people. Don't give the power to other people. The power is yours. In the word of Captain Planet. The power is yours. All right. Now that we didn't give you the reason, Satan did not prevail. He tried. So we made it back. Okay. We got all hyped up. But yeah, I forgot where we was. Don't give the power to other people. That kind of
think about this thing just falling down.
That deflated my energy a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. We got to do somebody's battery situation.
We're gonna buy a fan fire. Y'all help.
Fan.
Y'all help us buy a fan fire camera.
You know what? I wonder if we do need a fan.
We might.
Is that a dumb question?
It might be. We might need a fan.
We might need like a laptop fan that they be having.
Yeah, like
we
one
might
of
have to
them little.
do that. I have to look into that.
It's gonna have to be quiet.
Bottom line, but they won't hear it because we got these mics.
Oh yeah.
So we be good. All right, so we basically just talked about everything, every reason to stop being miserable. If your camera want to die in the middle of you trying to give people advice, don't let it make you miserable. You just keep on pushing. Okay, we'll wrap it up on that point. Next video we'll have a longer battery life on the camera.
Exactly. A cooler camera.
Hit a cup of ice so you can just kind of put it around the camera. Just. All right, to close out, any closing remarks? You want me to go first or you?
You good.
Okay, closing remarks. Being miserable is a choice. I speak for someone who was miserable. You can overcome it. You just have to want to. And you've got to want to overcome it more than you want to be miserable and sulk and be a victim. Mm-hmm. Okay? You have the power and the ability to change your life and make it what you want it to be. If you are a Christian, you have the Holy Spirit in you that can help you do all things. If it rose Jesus from the dead, then it can stop you from being miserable. So remember that. Think on positive things. Realize the possibilities are endless for you, And just focus on growing. Use the energy you use to think about the bad things that happen to you. Use that energy to think about the good things that are going to happen, that are going to be so good that it makes those bad things not even really worth thinking about.
It's very true.
You go.
I mean, really, as coming from being close to somebody who was miserable, I'm not talking about Courtney, but being close to somebody who was miserable. Also, if you are close to somebody who is miserable and you know they're miserable,
back up.
Huh? God dog, I'm trying to be serious.
Sorry.
But if you are close to somebody who is miserable, don't let their miserable. That's not even a word. Miserableness.
We making up words.
Yeah.
We got it.
Don't let their miserableness rub off on you. I know. We are supposed to it's supposed to be like if one hurt, we all hurt. But to the point where you can't function and it's starting to affect your mental. No, that's not what it's okay to feel for somebody, but when it comes down to when it starts affecting you personally to the point where you start to feel miserable yourself, like you gotta know your place. Like you're not God. Only God could stop somebody from being miserable. First they gotta want it, and then they gotta seek God to stop being miserable. That's not your job. You can be there to help somebody through them being miserable. There's nothing wrong with being there for people. I feel like that's one of the most important things for us as humans to do is be there for one another. But that doesn't mean fixing everybody's problems. Sometimes your role that you really need to be playing is a listener. Mm-hmm. Like just be there to listen to somebody and point them to God. That's our ultimate goal in every situation. Point somebody to God, lead somebody to Christ. So just be vigilant, and what's happening with your miserable friend or whoever it is.
Yeah.
Know your role and just pray for them.
Okay, bro. That's my brother. My brother, you did that. You did your big one.
I did it.
All right. Thank y'all for listening. We'll be back on another day. I don't know what that day might be. I don't even know what day this is you listening to this.
But
we'll
you
be
gonna
back.
know.
We'll be back. And when you see us,
And you see us.
that's when we back.
That's when we back.
Peace!